Ilara pushed through the sharp briars, stumbling into a silent clearing. A skeletal Victorian house loomed ahead, its jagged windows staring like milky, sightless eyes. The rotted porchwood sighed under her boots as she reached the door. The heavy front door clicked shut with a final, metallic snap. Trapped, the very walls began to vibrate with a rhythmic, labored thumping. From the grand staircase, a music box chimed a haunting, unfamiliar melody, calling her upward. In the nursery, a rocking horse swayed, thumping against the floorboards. Ilara pressed her fingers into the cold wood to stop the motion. Silence fell instantly. "You are late," a voice whispered. She spun toward the mirror. Pale figures with ink-stained eyes stood behind her reflection. Suddenly, the floor turned translucent, revealing a swirling gray abyss. The house shuddered as spindly shadow fingers reached for her throat. Desperate, she lunged at the window, shattering the glass with her shoulder. She tumbled onto black moss and sprinted until the pines emerged. Her backyard was safe, but the house had vanished into the trees. Her hand brushed a cold, rusted chain around her neck, a tarnished key. Then, in the silence, she heard it. The faint, rhythmic chime of the music box, pulsing from within her own chest. The iron key sat on the nightstand, its jagged teeth gleaming under the pale moonlight. Ilara shoved it deep into a locked drawer, desperate for sleep. But hours later, a metallic chill bit into her skin. The key had returned, resting heavy and cold against her collarbone. Her laptop screen flickered violently as she typed Hollow Manor. The results were chilling. A Victorian structure that vanished from every map, a place known for luring travelers into its shifting halls. The key in her hand felt heavier now, pulsing with a rhythmic, magnetic force. Panic flared as she tried to hurl the key into the fireplace, but her hand froze in midair, held by an invisible, crushing grip. In the corners of the room, shadows began to stretch and detach from the walls, drifting toward her like ink in water. They were drawn to the glowing beacon in her hand. Ilara backed away, her heart hammering against her ribs, until her heels finally struck the bedroom door. She reached for the handle, but the door had vanished. In its place stood the rotting wood of a hallway she didn't recognize. The key turned, locking itself into her palm. Ilara was no longer a visitor. She was now part of the manor,